Yoopla, here we start. Here we go. So, here's the man without a plan. Alright, let's focus this thing, and hopefully the vacuum cleaner is done. Shh. Alright. Yesterday's doodles. Haven't posted this one yet, but I will. And I'm gonna try and make a couple today, and so I can have some backlog for social. Because I'd like to start a bigger project. I will be talking about this as we go. Right. Brand new page. Now are we roughly focused? Ugh. This should be okay. Let's just sketch something, and I think we're gonna do some kind of hallway in a spaceship or space station. I might as well give myself a proper box to work in. We're gonna stick to A5 so we can be quick, and then I'll have some time to work on a couple of A3s I have in mind, which are gonna take absolutely forever to draw. I'm thinking about doing a cutaway of a ship, which means designing the outside and, well, at least part of the inside, and that will be time consuming. Alright, let's get you closer to what's going on. You can see a little penguin saying hi. Okay, roughly same setup as every time, 2-point perspective. Just have to quickly think about where I put my vanishing points, because I'm gonna want some kind of door here, and the hallway spreading that way. I want to see a fair amount of floor, a fair amount of seating. So nothing too crazy. Be right there as soon as I find, here we go, something to clean my pen. Alright, so let's think aloud, and that means putting the pen to the paper. I know, yeah, quite a bit of ceiling, quite a bit of floor, and I seem to end up somewhere around here. Okay. I'll just do these two marks to figure out roughly where I'm going. At first the lines don't show because I'm trying to go super light with the 0.25. And better light than heavy at this stage. Okay, and my second point is going to be somewhere outside, just should be around there. Okay, so we do want a door or a hatch. It's not easy when you can't turn the paper. This is a very unnatural line for my arm, but it should work. When I draw alone, I'll flip the sketchbook and paper around all the time. Okay, so that's the basic volume we're gonna work in. We got our vanishing points and we have a rough idea of where we're going. We won't see the whole door here. And I don't want to put any windows in today, so maybe we just put a bank of computers here. Maybe we'll make this some kind of a lab. Okay, we're in space, so we're gonna avoid right angles. We're gonna put a little thing here, and because my vanishing point here is far away, I still want a freehand, but I have to kind of see where I'm going. So I'm checking first. This is somewhat appropriate. And this will take us somewhere around here. And this will take us somewhere around there. Again, we don't have to be crazy precise. Okay. Okay, somewhere here will be a door. And we'll need something in the foreground. Maybe some kind of table or desk. Just be very light and just think it's gonna go somewhere around here. We'll mess with this later. Now we have seating, floor, our walls, location of the door, and here we're going to put a bunch of computers and machines. We'll have some recessed like this. Again, I have to be super light right now, but will get darker as I get more confident about where and what goes where. Here maybe we have something that comes out instead. So this will go in the wall, this will come out. Not all the way to the ceiling because I want to keep that angled thing somewhat visible. So maybe just up to here. Alright, now we have a box coming out of the wall, and we have something here going inside. Still have to think about the scale of things. This will have some padding around. Probably something like something a little like that. I think we're gonna make it a bit bigger. So that would be about human height. Which brings us somewhere around here for eye level. That's not too bad. Yeah. That also means we can make something angled down here. Because let's go have fun with tech on this one, yeah? Make some unrealistic stuff, we don't care. So this could have something downsloped, a couple of monitors on. There's a way to build this more accurately, but eyeballing will work at this scale. So if our eye level is around here, waist will be somewhere around there. Ooh, and I forgot to record this again. You know, let's start recording now. I can't. So another time. All right, little recess here. We're gonna put computers in there. might have to clean up a few lines. This is not too far off. Hey, Miles. Penguin's always there. He's saying hi today. Okay, now right here, I'm gonna just have to make a guideline to know how this is gonna work. Oh, I already have it. Hello, I've seen you new okay, words. Here we go. New subscriber. Thank you so much. Scott Robinson would do this a lot better than me. A lot better. He is a master of his craft. I'm still a learning penguin. But again, thank you for subscribing and joining. Good to have people around. So again, where we're going with this hallway, somewhere in a ship, there's going to be a door here. I'm going to put details on the seating. I don't know what I'm going to do with the floor, but I know I want something in the foreground here, possibly there. We got a machine coming out of the wall here. We have another one going in, and I think I'll put a second one inwards as well right there, and then see where we go from there. My voice is a bit scratchy today, I apologize. So what if we want to do the same size as this? If I run replicates the same size as this square here, right there, all I have to do is find the center, which is here. Then draw a line through it. Damn, I lost it. Here. Draw a line through it that goes through my vanishing point there. Make a little mark here, just there. And if I go from this corner through here to there, I will accurately replicate the same shape in perspective. Boom, tip of the day. Reading the new Jurassic Park book tonight. Have you ever read it? I have not. Honestly, I've got 3 books I have to read, and I'm not finding the time. My evenings are a bit complicated these days, and during the morning I'm here, during the afternoon I'm taking care of my kids and trying to help wifey with the house. So, yeah, hard to find time. Do I keep the same setup as here for this? Why not? Let's make it 2 of them, but we'll put different displays and button and thingies on them. Yeah, that looks a bit weird. Why am I here? This one, oh, this doesn't make sense. There we go. What have I done? I'm cheating a bit. No, it's not cheating. I'm using my ruler a little today just because I want to... I'm not aiming for anything super clean, but I want to make sure it's accurate-ish. I've done true freehand the past couple of days. I want to make sure this is too a bit tidier. Like, I can show you what I did yesterday quickly if you haven't, because I did share this one. But you get a first glance at this one, because I did a lounge bar the other day, if you remember. Then somebody on Reddit said, yeah, but what about the coffee shop at the lower levels? So I did it. I will be posting that later today. So let's keep on working on this one. Again, I'm darkening my lines as I get more confidence that that's where they belong. I don't know yet. I think I'll extend this down here. Alright, so Hardy, if my vanishing point wasn't that far off on this page there, it'd be so much easier to do these lines. But when it's far like that and there's a bump in the sketchbook, it's much easier to just use the ruler to give me the guides. And again, I'm still trying to do the lines by hand. Not just follow the ruler, but in space, is there an up and down? Absolutely not. Hello, Noggy. Up and down are mere conventions. Okay, I did want to make my life difficult with this little bit right here, but now it's done. Yeah, you're very correct, but I'm going with a Star Trek, Star Wars, classic sci-fi approach to there is extra gravity, artificial gravity, whatever. That stuff that doesn't exist, that makes it so much more convenient. So I'm saying there's gravity. It's easier. I did a couple where actually there was none, so I put monitors everywhere. It was fun, but it's hard to read. So I'm keeping it reasonably simple. Okay, if this is the back here, there you're going there. Yeah, we're about right. And then that means if I want to make sure this goes on the right spot, it's here. But you, who make my life complicated, you are actually... Now, hold on a sec, I have to think, and that tends to take all my brain power. You're this much in. That means you're about there. Come on, that should be simple enough. Alright, something like this. We'll see as we go if we need to clean this up further. Okay, so just a couple of stations here. But if I want this to look a little more cramped, I definitely need something in the foreground. Ideally something that goes over the stuff I've already drawn. So how would we go about that? Better to do it now before I put too much dark ink and details here. But you know, we could imagine the top of a workstation here with a keyboard and a monitor facing that way, and here something else. It's going to be hard to keep scale correct with this size of drawing I have here, but I think I can get away with it. So let's throw some what ifs. See, here we could have top of a monitor and a keyboard, and then something around there. I always think I'm about to start doing something super simple and quick, and then not. I guess that's where the fun is. But okay, clearly we're gonna have this line. There's gonna be something here, and it has to go slightly over this there. Just not sure at this stage how far I'm gonna extend it. Maybe just to here, and then I can try and put a big ass monitor there that doesn't hide all of the door, but a little. And then we'll see about this later. All right, sounds like a plan. Although I would really like something to go in front here. Maybe we can do the back of a monitor. We'll see. Okay, we're going to commit to this and this. Well, I gotta be a little scared or you're not challenging yourself. Okay, so we'll have like a keyboard thing around there. And I want to see some monitors. So I have an idea of the kind of monitor I'd like to see. This is going to be a messy drawing, but we're going to make it up by making it busy. That hides the messiness and all the guidelines I'm going to end up doing. So again, why make things simple and have a straight monitor when I could have one in 2 parts that's angled? I was thinking 3 at first, but that might be overkill. Well, we do like overkill. Let's go overkill. That's about right. That is a G-Tech. That's the 0.25, the thinnest I think they have. I used to work exclusively with the 0.4, which is fantastic. It can also do these super fine lines, but it's easier with this one. And so for construction, I think it works really good. Okay, so we're gonna have a 3-part monitor, and I don't care if they're not the same size. This will work, and then we'll need to show the stand and figure out in a moment how it attaches to the monitor itself. You see where I'm going with this? Little tiny plants. I've done plants yesterday. I don't like doing plants. I don't want to do more plants. Scale's probably going to be way off with all this, but again, we're going to get away with it, I think. Just throwing a mug there. Reminiscent of the one I did a while back where an alien nest. Oh, yeah. It had a simpler foreground, but I've been using these dudes a lot. But I haven't used them in a while, so I feel like, why not? Yeah, but I like technical and not living. I hate people. I want to create empty spaces full of decay and uncomfort. Yeah, I gotta do some more of those creature egg things. They were fun. Some good practice for organic shapes as well. So no, this will be technical, cold, no plans here. Not today. I'm not gonna make this dirty or weathered or anything, but I'm gonna make it cold. When am I recording on? I actually forgot to record today. Not well, you can take a look. No, that's actually, I'm using a 4K VK4 Pro camera, but I think I stream in 720 because internet. Oh, this is not looking. It is. All right. Well, we'll live. So I'll make everything here disappear with magic. Okay, let's throw some stuff in here. I've been drawing for 6 years now, I think, but only properly studying for, I'd say, 4. Like for a good couple of years, all I did was doodles and mandalas and just stuff just for fun. And then I decided to challenge myself to learn all the stuff I thought was impossible. And I was really late at the game. I was already in my 40s when I picked up a pen. Yeah, I'm an old man. So what? Bite me! Get off my lawn! Yeah. So it's fun when on Reddit I see people who are 21 and say, oh my god, is it too late for me to start learning? No? You got this? What if I wanted a recessed thing here? So let's have a monitor here that's straight. I just need to see how I build this thing. You go there, you go there. Hang on, where do you hit? There he did it. He eyeballed it again. That's not serious. This is not the way. Alright, then we're committing to the lines a little more now. This is going to be one of those with a very much a freehand feel, which is what I want. So. And I might make a stupid backstory for this thing. It's this is the control room for the sound system of the spaceship. This is where they choose the music of the day. I don't know. I'll have to distract from this bit, which is not great because I eyeballed that thing and it's wrong. But again, we'll find a way. Maybe if I put 1,000,000 monitors here, it'll magically take the eye away from. In the future, they'll ban everything digital and go back to vinyl. Who knows? I sure like to have some analog tech in my drawings. No, you gotta have buttons. That I'll make a revolution if they ban physical buttons and toggle switches. Let's put some toggle switches here. And labels on all the things, no matter how small. You know, in the end, no one will see them labels, right? Yeah, I don't care. When I do these, let me be blunt, I do them for myself alone. I'm happy to share them, but the idea here is that I'm enjoying the process. So, it's my zone of freedom. Alright, we'll need stuff on the ceiling. We'll need stuff in lots of places. And actually, you know about those little labels, nobody will see them, but they do add to the idea and feel. Let me see if I can get it sharper for you. That's about as good as it gets here right now. Yeah, characters. I'm shying away from them for many reasons. Some are valid, others are not. The valid one is... the not valid one is that, you know, I'm lazy and I should learn how to make people better. I'm not very good at it, so I shy away from it. need to make some keys for that keyboard, and I don't want to do that, but I'll have to. Here's a pen, because in the future they still have pens. Possibly a syringe, because in the future they might still have drugs. A pair with 2 shoes. Yeah, well, there's a million ways of doing people. The way I'm semi-comfortable with is super stylized, like you do in an architecture drawing, just to populate your drawing and stuff like outlines and super stylized stuff, but oh, you're going far. Oh, that's not an easy one. Okay. Okay, these guys are gonna need some kind of lighting, and I don't think I want to do the light source itself. Thanks, X8. Thank you so much for dropping by. Hope I see you more. Take care. Pretty soon I'll be taking my usual 5-minute break at the 1 hour mark. So that light source. There we go. It's about the center of the room. At least it's the center of the doorway. Ish. So we'll work from there. Now I'll have to put on some kind of detail in there to hide the drawing of the door below, so we'll give some texture to the monitors. We'll see exactly how we fill this in a moment. And now it's so dark, what have I done? Well, we'll fix it. We'll distract from it by maybe putting some kind of large vent thing here. I'm now thinking I'd like something to come out of the ceiling, but I've not built thing in a way that's going to make that super easy. But maybe... am I doing? I don't know. I'm improvising. Alright, I don't know what that is, but now it's here. No clue what I'm doing. And now this looks like it's against the wall, which it isn't, so I need to indicate that your eyes are deceiving you. There you go, maybe there's more of these guys. And maybe some come out that way. Well, now it's there. There's no going back on that one. Some say you should think before you draw, but where's the fun in that? Well, I'm gonna have to make this super dark with some kind of texture. The easiest is to do something like this, just lines. So I think we're gonna try that. But before, I think we can put some outlines on this thing. For those curious who haven't asked yet, that is a paper-made flare medium. Still put some thingy jiggies somewhere in there. Maybe even some monitors in the seating. I'm making this worse. Stop touching those lights. Okay, we'll get back to that mug later, so I do it better. then we need texture on these things, more machines here, some kind of texture on the floor. Fill in those panels, work out something for the scening and make it busier. And then we'll try to make this scene look interesting by the use of light. Yeah. I think it's time for a break, because I need to stretch my old man's legs. At my age, you can't stay seated for all day, otherwise the next day you can't walk. So, boys and girls, you give me 5 minutes, maybe a little less, and I will be right back with you. How's that? All right. I won't put my looking for my brain thing, but I will work tomorrow on a little screen for when I'm gone. Anyway, 4 minutes. Be right back. Alright, my dudes, hopefully that wasn't too long. We're back. Where the hell was I? Yeah. Oh, let's just put some lines on this thing to try and hide what's behind it. And I know I'll also use a very dark cool gray on this thing. Might even hatch it. We'll see. It's gonna be ugly, but it's gonna be better once I put the color in. Hopefully. Much too long, sorry. I need to stretch my legs. And I'll be honest, I needed a smoke. Which is very bad, because I quit for 3 years. And anyway, that's another story for another day. I have a tendency to overshare when I'm not careful, so let's be careful. Alright, that keyboard is going to be a pain because it's such the... it's not a good position to draw in. Let us be loose and relaxed. Just like we learned. We just have to hint at a keyboard, we don't have to go crazy. That will have to do it. Yeah. What perspective do you use for the background? And hello, Moon. That's what? That's 19? That is, everything here is in a 2-point perspective, one of them being right here on the edge of the frame, and the other one is about 10 centimeters, about this far, on the other page here to my left. These are the only ones I'm using into this drawing because I'm not going to make any object that's rotated in any way, so that's all I need. No worries. Questions are more than welcome. Okay, so I intended some vents to be here at some point, but I think I'm going to put them here. Just find ways to make that seating a little busier. We're gonna wait on that. Hang on. I actually think that very soon I'm just gonna throw a splash of grays on there to get some ideas of light and how we're gonna go about this. We're going to stick to cool grays with all that stuff. Okay, what kind of fancy thing could we put in here? Maybe one big screen and... Hang on, let me take a look at an old drawing I did. Give me a second here. It's gonna take some scrolling because it's pretty far down. I remember a crazy sketch I did where I put a bunch of old tag. I just want to get some inspiration for what I could put in here without having to Google stuff. Yeah, okay, here we go. Gonna put some stuff that looks like VCRs. A couple of them because repetition is good in those things. Alright, give me a sec, I'm gonna find it. Oh, we're not crazy far. Oh yeah, of course, how could I forget? We're gonna need a phone here with a cord. I think that belongs there. Okay. So let's say hey, Crispy. Okay, not my best, but it's there. Okay, and here said, let's just put a few items. Hey, Mohammed. Welcome. That phone's a little too small, but it'll do. Oh, sorry, man. Ishan. Am I pronouncing this right? Right, here we get this big empty thing here. We're gonna need to do something about that. Somehow fill it up a little. Thanks a lot. I try. Alright, there's something here that needs to be done, and I need to texture those things somehow. I'm trying not to fall back on my usual thing, but I just might. Some people call it style. I call it how we solve our problems. Style, in my opinion, mostly comes from our limitations. Okay, what's going on through my head now is roughly where the light will be. I'll be making a small gradient from dark to bright here, but that's not going to be super pronounced. I'm going to keep it to neutral grays. I'm not going to put a lot of color in here. It's going to be mostly gray with some highlights. Might put some blue on the screens, but that's about it. Then I'm bothered by this space here, where I'd like to do something. And that's roughly here. Hey there! The stream is going like this, which is not the worst I've had. It's not the best either, but it's not the worst, and I'm happy enough with that. So let's put some color on this thing. That always makes things more fun. It's gonna be pretty dark. I hope I have enough juice left in these. Copic markers, neutral grays, 3, 5, and 7. Is there, in a nutshell, bird on top of the sky? That's a penguin. That is right here. That's a penguin, my dude. Welcome to Penguink Studio. Okay, I'm just gonna do this frame with a thicker line. If I find my pen, here we go. Thank you. That's an old present from my dearest. From many, many, many years ago. So I'm curious, folks, where are you from, all of you? Because there's a bunch of different names. And I'm curious. I'm French. I live in Denmark. On a tiny island for now, although we have hopes of moving to a bigger island one of these days. Where are you guys from? Okay, we're gonna throw what's gonna be the lightest of them all here all over, and then we'll work our way down to darker stuff. So enjoy the ASMR. It's market time. Wonder if I said before doing the Reddit Switch days, but Egypt. Ooh, nice. So you were there on Reddit. Boy, I miss that. I really do. And I'm so frustrated with Reddit right now because they made a system now so you can actually, you know, tip people through upvotes and give a little something. But it's only for US residents. They've also given the opportunity to buy shares of Reddit's with the IPO thing at investor price, but only for US residents. So I'm screwed. Oh, hang on, I gotta catch up with all this. UK outside London. Hey, nice. You been to Copenhagen? Yeah, man, my favorite city on earth. I moved to Denmark. I didn't know anything about the place, like zero. And after a couple of years of culture shock, I completely fell in love with the place. And now it's been, what, 20 years, so yeah. Oh, that's you, Amiga. Okay. Yeah, I remember. I didn't know that was you. Cool, man. Good to see you again. Love your drawings. So nice. Long-term followers. I am flattered that my doodles haven't bored you and that I even come to the live streams, which I'm even more surprised don't bore you to death. But yeah, I want to get back to YouTube. I miss streaming and I want to see if I can grow a little bit on this platform because Instagram is kicking my butt. And I don't want to have all my eggs in the same basket. I'm also on ArtStation and a couple of other places. But so far Reddit and Instagram have been where I've been most successful. But Instagram is starting to be very, very, very difficult. So let's see what our options are. It's not like I'm aiming at making money with YouTube. It's just I want to be seen. Okay, we have some gray. Ooh. Okay, the name of the game is that the stuff on top is going to be the darkest, and then everything that's vertical is going to be in between, and then what's horizontal and facing up will be the brightest shade with some kind of gradient between all the things. So number 5, or should we start now? We should start with 7 and do our ceiling, remembering to leave this bit a little brighter because some light's gonna hit it. So here we go. The darkest value. And we're not gonna go clean with the coloring either. We're gonna be quite liberal in our use of markers because this is a sketch. I don't want to go nuts on it. Just want to make sure I remember this is the line. So I have the UK and Egypt looking at me here in Denmark. Nice. Gotta love the internet. Like seriously, I'm like I said, I'm old. I was raised before all this, and I think it's so cool that I can do this. Hell, I had a Zoom call the other week with Los Angeles, right here from my little island, and I'm still amazed I can do that. So okay, all the ink here is going to kind of disappear under this dark marker, but we will go over, and later in the process we'll put some highlights as well. That's going to make everything come back to life. Okay, Miles, thank you again for dropping by. Super sweet. Take care. Have a good one. I'm going to try not to spend all day on this one, but I have a tendency to do the opposite of what I say, so you never know. Okay, now we said a number 5 for the vertical. And I don't see any reason why not. So oops. Sorry about that. The highlights and when I do a bit of shading on the floor are going to help bring back some volume in there. But I do want it dark, so that's what we're going for. This is the ugly phase, by the way, and this is the phase you should always push through. Because things get better after this. But if you stop here because it doesn't look nice, then you never finish your drawing. You don't learn anything. And you end up with nothing to show. So, bear with me, trust the process. You'll see, you'll see. Have faith. Do lurk. And thanks again for just coming around and hanging out. I think I'm going to end up making this one completely in this tone. And again, I will bring back detail out afterwards. Just one layer, not crazy dark. But it has to stand out in front of the ceiling and the wall. So I don't want it to be exactly the same shade. See, I think that'll work. I think we'll get somewhere with that. Oops. Yep, that's the right one. I have a habit of taking the wrong marker, and that can lead to unpleasant situations. Okay, let's get some blues. Maybe a 3 should do the trick. That's It's actually a cold gray from Style File, but it's very bluish, as you can see. And I like it very much. For a bunch of things, for screens, or for light sources, or for metals. Okay, we're slowly getting somewhere. For me, this is the fun bit, because it can be quite brutal in what you're doing, and all of a sudden there will be results. Alright, we're gonna go over all this line work, and we're gonna take a 0.4 this time, which is a bit darker. Once we put the highlights, then we're going to make everything here pop. I just want to make a small gradient still on that number 5 here in the back. Oh, and this should be... Okay, let's make this a little tidier. So come on, I know it's sketchy, but that's a bit excessive, my dude. Oh my god, did I? Did people join? Like you, Yuri? No, let me take a look at that. A 1,000 people joined this channel. Oh my god. You people are insane. Well, yay. That's awesome. Cool, thanks. Yeah, I'm speechless. Wow. Oop, nope. See, that's a wrong marker. This is not what you want to do here, my dude. So. Again, this is very muddy, but it will get clearer very soon. This will remain a little muddy because, you know, sketchy, but... Okay. Wow, 1,000. This is gonna make my kid very jealous. He's 11 and he wants to be a YouTuber. I don't know if I support it in the end. Probably better than trying to be an artist. Okay, tiny bit of cleanup. I should just put another layer on that ceiling, and then we can just throw the highlights in. Once this is done, I just put a bit of detail back in the ceiling, throw the highlights in, and we'll be done. And you'll see that the highlights are going to make it really come together. Just a few little white lines make a hell of a difference. I think I just might do one more thing, is take a marker number 6. To have something between the ceiling and the other surfaces. Maybe use it here as well to make it darker. There we go. Just that. Okay. As long as he's able to do one school practice education plans, I guess it's fine. Med student, oh man, I envy you. This is the way, my dude. That's funny, you're the second medical, or future medical practitioner in your case that I know from streaming and doing art. Cool. That is a very commendable way and path you've chosen, my friend. Hard as it is, and it is hard. I have a lot of friends who are nurses for the most part, and I think they don't get the credit or the money they deserve. Okay, I need more cut lines. Nope, 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 nope. Oh god, no. You go here. Alright, we'll see what we do with that. We'll make it disappear somehow. Alright, let's see how it works with the brush pen. Because that's not too heavy. So we're going to start gently with this. And if we need to make things more obvious, I'll take out other tools. Interestingly, chose to enter school in at the same time as a hobby. Cool. I like I said, I was really late to the game. Being a good late diagnosed in life ADHD Asperger dude, I had gone through a million hobbies looking for something that clicked, and funny enough, drawing had never been on my list until a few years ago, where for some reason I just went like, screw it, let's grab a pen, see what happens, let's see if it's fun. I used to like it as a kid, why not now? Maybe that's the thing. And well, it turns out it was. You can see that this here is super light, but it still slowly makes the panels and volumes and textures come out. It is not strong enough for what I want though. So now I've got two options. Two very different options. This is basically like chalk. I think they call it a dry pastel, I'm not sure. But it's very grainy, and you can, swipe it and move it. This is basically white opaque paint. So let's put some of that white here on the... I think it's also very... this is very comic-like. It's got a paint quality to it because, well, it is paint. We can put some of that where the light hits strongly. You can see how much it pops out. So you know what, let's try and have fun with that. Trying to be so light with it because otherwise it just makes a blob of paint. What is your tip for consistency doing a hobby with ADHD? I was diagnosed at 30 a couple of years ago, thinking about hobbies. I'll take a moment off here. I was diagnosed with Asperger at 39, and ADHD, I must have been 45, 46. It was like a year and a half ago. For me, a routine has been important, but mostly it's just you got to find something you like. We got brains that won't engage in stuff we're not really interested in. When I started out, my kids were tiny, like 2 and 5, and I was stay-at-home dad. Mom was working nights, weekends. It was complicated, so I could only find 20 minutes left and right to grab a pen and draw. But during those 20 minutes, I would find the zen and quiet in my head that I'd been longing for. Afterwards, that's when I wanted to learn drawing, and there it's been about choosing an angle that worked for me. I have a technically minded brain, so I started. I gave myself the challenge to try and learn perspective, because I remembered that when I was a kid, I thought to myself, it's impossible to do. You can't. And so I wanted to start there, and I found so many good resources that worked with me, stuff like Scott Robertson, to name him, and a few others. So it's about finding the angle you want to take and the right teachers. The rest is a fair amount of discipline. Now, my life changed when I started medication a year and a half ago. My focus went, first my energy went from maybe an hour and a half of drawing, to being able to do it most of the day. I remember after a Reddit stream, I was on my knees back then. But meds really, really helped with that. So I don't know if I'm helpful in what I'm saying, but yeah, just see what works for you, and crap. Consistency and a hint of discipline is what worked for me. Okay, I need another pencil, and I need to try not to break it. Mostly, to finish with the ADHD stuff, is that it's not too hard for me because I enjoy doing this, and this is the key. You know how our brains work. So here's that pencil I told you about. I can do this, and I can just fade it out. Easy to overdo it with this thing as well, so I gotta be a little careful. This is the worst angle. Oh, come on. It's definitely possible. It doesn't come, without its shares of frustration. The only real source of frustration for me now is that this is the only thing I'm half good at, and this is what I've been doing for a living the past couple of years now. A very, very humble living. I wouldn't be able to, raise the family with what I'm earning. I'm lucky my wife knows what she does, but it's not easy when you're like me and trying to put yourself out there, and we tend to suck at marketing, which is a very much a needed skill for this. Yeah. Is it erasable? That's a good question. Let's try. Where can I do this? Let's take a little spot here. I don't think it's really erasable, but I think if you rub it enough, it almost disappears. Just gonna let this dry for a sec. So what if we put, if I put a lot here, make it really bold, then this will stay that much. But if you take an eraser, oh, you can see here. The answer is no, it isn't. You can rub it off and make it almost disappear, but not completely. Nope, wrong pen. Okay, we're almost there now. Alright, now I can't help but to put just a little bit of grunge left and right. I try to show that this is in my head, some kind of padding. You're gonna see how poorly that photographs in a bit. Maybe this too. Gonna need some shadow for this. Alright, we're really almost done here. Yeah, I don't think there's a lot more to add, except this one here, and this one there, that need a bit of highlight. Yep, think we're done. What was that? 2 hours. Whew. Well, 2 hours well spent, hopefully. I hit 1,000! That's amazing. 1,000 people subscribe to this channel. That means I should be doing some efforts. I do have a proper video planned, but I'm shying away from it. But I will take care of it. And the streams, I think, are going to be the core of what I'm going to do for the next, the coming months. See how that works out. You seem to enjoy it. I like doing them. So, yeah, we'll pick it up from there and see how it goes. So, boys and girls, thank you so much for dropping by again. Thank you for following. Thank you for liking. Thank you for supporting. Thank you for being there. You guys have a great morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are. And odds are I'll be here tomorrow at the same time. Or not. I won't be here in the weekend, that's for sure. But I'm going to do at least 3 times a week. Like Monday, I think Monday, Wednesday, Thursdays are guaranteed. And Fridays are likely. So I'll post ahead of time on Reddit and Instagram if I come around. But odds are I will. So guys, thank you again so much. I'm out of here. You guys have a great day. Take it easy. Bye-bye.